All right, I got to talk about the Baseball Hall of Fame. You know, people are like, why are you talking baseball? It's a bodybuilding website, whatever. Here's the bottom line, guys. Baseball is the American pastime. It is more American than apple pie, you know. Football, basketball, hockey, you know, they're great and all, but baseball, man, you want to go back. You want to get American. You want to get red, white, and blue. That is the game. So the Hall of Fame, you know, to me has always been kind of like a sort of a peculiar organization, whether it's the Baseball Hall of Fame or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, just like this group of people that are voting and basically stating the obvious. But I am happy that Ken Griffey Jr. got in. I am happy that Mike Piazza got in. Of course, they're deserving to get in. But I am a little annoyed at the fact that Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds did not get in. And I think it's because a lot of people are still on this whole sauce thing. Now, we can't say the other S word on YouTube because it can affect our monetization. People can complain. It might not be viewed in some countries. It's sad, but, you know, censorship has arrived on the great old World Wide Web. One person in particular, Roy Halladay, who I have always been a fan of when he was with Toronto, when he was with Philadelphia. He's won some Cy Young Awards. He's been an all-star at a bunch of all-star games, actually. Phenomenal pitcher. You know, I don't know what his motivation is, but he came out and he basically said, now he didn't actually mention Roger Clemens or Barry Bonds, but, you know, he implied it and the media picked it up, and everyone from your local sports page all the way to Sports Illustrated. And so now there's this sort of a social media war, not between Barry and Roger, but really Clemens and Halladay. And basically, Roy said something along the lines of, if you admit to using PEDs, and of course we're not going to say what PED means because we don't want it to affect us censorship-wise, but he basically said, if you admit to using PEDs, then you're not good enough to compete with us. Something like that, basically. And, you know, to me that's a crock of shit because in all honesty, we don't know how many, you know, people in Major League Baseball have used. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds never actually admitted to using. Roger Clemens was indicted, but who gives a shit? He was indicted. You guys even know what a grand jury is? All a grand jury basically is, it's a evidence gathering session. You know, defendant's lawyer's not there. The grand jurors can ask you whatever the hell they want. You know what I mean? Yes, Roger Clemens did face a perjury charge. He took it to trial. Guess what? He won. So the reality of the matter is that if the accusation that Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds used sauce or PEDs kept them away from the Baseball Hall of Fame, to me, that's outrageous. Now, Roger Clemens, on his part, without mentioning Roy Halladay, said that someone that he played with on a certain year, which the sports press, you know, attributed to being Roy Halladay, used amphetamines. And Roy Halladay has never tested positive for amphetamines, just like Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds have never tested positive for the sauce. I don't understand, you know, why, you know, a Cy Young winning pitcher, all-star pitcher like Roy Halladay would be, you know, setting his sights on two fellow legends like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. And to me, it's outrageous that accusations of sauce use would keep them from the Hall of Fame. But you know what? Honestly, to me, the Hall of Fame is a joke. I mean, whether, like I said, whether it's the Baseball Hall of Fame or the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know, the fact that, you know, these momos, basically, to quote, I love that term Greg Valentino uses, momos. The fact that a bunch of momos get together and have an election to decide who's a legend or who's not is ludicrous. Barry Bonds is a legend, just like Mike Piazza is a legend. You know, Roger Clemens is a legend, just like, you know, Ken Griffey Jr. is a legend, just like Pete Rose is a legend. They're legends, you know what I mean? You know, whatever they may or may not have done, you know, to me, honestly, and that's another thing, too. You know, not everybody uses the sauce to build big muscles. Some people use the sauce to be able to recover. Now, if you're okay with people using cortisone, which Sports Illustrated has even called the wonder drug of Major League Baseball, if it's okay for people to use cortisone to recover, but then you'll keep someone else out for using the sauce for recovery out of the Hall of Fame, that's a joke. Not everybody uses cortisone. I mean, look, come on, guys. Come on, just kind of like wisen up. Not everybody uses cortisone just because their muscles ache. Some people are actually using it for recovery. Yeah. And they get away with it because it's okay, right? It's just, oh, yeah, because cortisone is catabolic. It breaks the muscle down. It's not A. We can't say what A stands for because it builds the muscle and we could be affected censorship-wise. It's just a bunch of crap, guys. It's a bunch of crap. So, It's a bunch of crap that I would expect from the federal government trying to dictate morals. It's a bunch of crap I would expect from the mainstream media trying to, just trivialize and just sensationalize everything. But Roy Halladay, why are you setting your sights on, your fellow players, fellow legends? Why are you doing this? Stop doing this. You won the Cy Young, 2 times? You were in 5, 6 All-Star games? You were on, 2 awesome teams, front offices at both teams loved you, the fans love you. Why are you doing this? Stop doing this. It's not cool.